What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name's Rock Soldier, and today we're going to be reacting to Tom MacDonald's latest single, Snowflakes. I'm super check this one out, man, and judging by the title, this is going to be a classic Tom MacDonald song, so I'm excited. We're going to hop right into it, guys. Let's get it.
If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings?
Off the first line, man, he's coming hard. Coming with the facts in the classic Tom MacDonald fashion. If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to us, it's called being a politician. Kind of talking about, like, if you lie in court, you know, that's illegal and you'll get sent to prison. But, you know, politicians lie to us all the time, and, you know, we don't think twice about it. He's kind of putting that out there, man. Oh, man. Woo.
But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings? But you're pro-choice, abortion kills way more children. If America's so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. Just saying, all the contradictions are embarrassing.
If America's so terrible and racist, this probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. I think he's kind of just like pointing out how, you know, the people that, you know, say, you know, America is so racist and a terrible place, you know, which there are terrible people and racist people, and, you know, I would imagine every part of the world, not just America, but nonetheless, you know, those are the same people that are you know, encouraging, you know, immigration. So it's like you're kind of like still like feeling the problem, like, you know, if it's such a terrible racist place, then why are you calling for you know more immigrants to be allowed into the country to, you know, have racist things done to them or said to them, you know?
Racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. Just saying, all the contradictions are embarrassing. You know who hates America the most? Americans. Trigger warnings used to be on TV for seizures, and now they're everywhere to protect millennials' feelings. He, she, his, him, hers, them, they. Screw a pronoun.
Trigger warnings used to be on TVs for seizures. Now they're everywhere to protect millennials' feelings. I kind of like that reference, you know, kind of saying, you know, you get those warnings sometimes in video games, you know, still to this day, you know, about, you know, potential seizure warnings and whatnot, but now they're saying, you know, trigger warnings are everywhere else now to protect people's feelings. You know, I've definitely seen it, you know, on TikTok, Facebook videos, YouTube a little bit, you know, first thing would be like, oh, trigger warning, you know, just in case, and then it'll show something that, you know, may offend somebody, and you think he's just kind of pointing out that, like, you know, it's a little ridiculous, you know.
Who hates America the most? Americans. Trigger warnings used to be on TV for seizures, and now they're everywhere to protect millennials' feelings. He, she, his, him, hers, them, they. Screw a pronoun, cause everyone's a retard these days. I hear him preaching at the protest that hatred's the problem, but hating straight men, white folks, and Christians is common. Coca-Cola telling people they should be less white. They preach intolerance, but if you disagree, they fight.
I remember that. Yeah, there was this big thing with Coca-Cola where, like, someone released, like, footage from, like, one of their training programs that like Coca-Cola had a section on, like, to prevent racism, and, like, you know, understanding racism from, like, a white person perspective, and, like, at the end of the slideshow, it, like, you know, said something along the lines of just, like, be less white or something like that, and they kind of, like, completely denied it and said that, like, that wasn't even a part of, like, their training or anything like that. And I'm not exactly sure how that situation completely unfolded, but you guys should definitely look that up if you guys didn't hear about that, because that was like pretty crazy, to be honest.
Hear him preaching at the protest that hatred's the problem, but hating straight men, white folks, and Christians is common. Coca-Cola telling people they should be less white. They preach intolerance, but if you disagree, they fight. There's a race war here, elections based on fear. Black lives only matter once every 4 years. Soldiers died for this country, and every one of us benefits.
Wow. There's a race war here, elections based on fear. Black lives only matter once every 4 years. Kind of saying that, like, that topic gets brought up in, like, a big, large number of masses, basically, you know, during the election years. Which, I mean, like, you know, I don't know if there's, like, much truth to that or not, but from what I've seen, it definitely seems like it is more of a topic when, you know, when politicians are running and they, like, use that, you know, like, probably specifically Democrats, you know, use that as part of their campaigns and stuff, and, you know, they're basically just saying they're using it as, like, a marketing tool now, and, you know, again, just kind of pointing out, like, the ridiculousness of it all.
Black lives only matter once every 4 years. Soldiers died for this country and every one of us benefits. Give welfare to the bums and forget about the veterans. Black folks and white folks divided by the news, but we are all the same. We are red, white, and blue. Ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Cause honestly, we are all ashamed of you too.
Y'all are so fake. Oh no. The forecast said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa. You can make us see it your way. No way. Gasoline and propane. More flames. Oh no. No more snowflakes.
They set us up to fail, that's what they built the system for. Put an ammunition shop across the street from a liquor store. Empowering women used to be different.
They set us up to fail, and that's what they built the system for. They put an ammunition shop across the street from a liquor store. You know, kind of just adding to that, you know, giving you that imagery to like really kind of again point out that ridiculousness that they set up this system for a lot of things. But you know, specifically here he's talking about, you know, gun violence and stuff, and saying that, you know, they set it up to fail to begin with. You know, obviously when you get drunk, you know, questionable decisions are made majority of the time. You know, I mean, depending on your level of drunkenness, sure, but nonetheless, you know, saying, you know, just making it easily accessible. You know, just the system is just there is just designed for you to fail.
Built the system for. Put an ammunition shop across the street from a liquor store. Empowering women used to be different than this before. The role models got OnlyFans or dance on a stripper pole. Screw it, I ain't tripping. I don't mean to be mean, but if I
empowering women used to be different than this before. The role models only got OnlyFans or dance on a stripper pole, right? Because when the whole first like major movement, at least during my lifetime, happened, you know, it was all about, you know, just equal rights, basically, you know, and empowering women for who they are, and that, you know, that they are on the same level as men, which is 100% true. And now that he's kind of saying that, you know, the role models are kind of, you know, the people on OnlyFans. And, you know, that was a huge topic when OnlyFans was a thing. You know, it was like, oh, our you know, women want fairness for, you know, for their bodies and such, or, you know, something. Then they go on to do something like OnlyFans or so on and so forth, which, you know, the whole thing, again, to me is just completely ridiculous. But saying like those are kind of like, you know, the role models as of late, and like basically saying that the movement and the original meaning and message behind it has kind of, you know, changed a little bit, which, you know, might be true.
Role models got OnlyFans or dance on a stripper pole. Screw it, I ain't tripping, I don't mean to be mean, but if our children are the future, then our future is bleak. They take an Adderall to focus, hit McDonald's to eat. They're addicted to phones and they take Xanax to sleep. They blurred the lines dividing communism and democracy. In 2021, we paint the patriots as Nazis. The men playing women's sports get trophies for winning. Like, great, let's celebrate a man for beating some women. If you're black, your life matters, you're supposed to embrace it. If you're rich or you're smart, then you're probably Asian. If you're gay, then you're brave, all of that I'm okay with. But if you're white, the stereotype is you are a racist. Blaming capitalism like that's the reason.
Okay, so here again, kind of pointing out, you know, maybe just like some of his personal views and thoughts on it. But he says, if you're black, your life matters and you're supposed to embrace it. And if you're rich or smart, then you're probably Asian. And if you're gay, then you're brave. And then he goes on to say, and all of that I'm okay with, you know, that's perfectly fine. You know, represent, man, do you, be you 100%. I mean, Tom's definitely talked about that a lot in terms of just being you, being yourself, be you. You know, stop worrying about what other people think and what other people are doing. Just be yourself. He goes on to say, but if you're white, the stereotype is that you're racist. And, you know, kind of talking a little bit about the Black Lives Matter movement and how, you know, white people are kind of just perceived as racist in general. Again, kind of playing on the stereotype, but, you know, obviously the meaning of it is, you know, they want equality, but then some of the tables turned a little bit, and now the stereotypes are being projected onto like everyone else. So it's a weird situation, you know.
To embrace it. If you're rich or you're smart, then you're probably Asian. If you're gay, then you're brave. All of that I'm okay with. But if you're white, the stereotype is you are a racist. Blaming capitalism like that's the reason things are tough. While you tweet from an iPhone and sip on a Starbucks, you're supporting what you stand against. You don't think you are, but a Percocet addict don't donate money to pharma. Damn, dog, we're all afraid to speak the truth. And the more afraid we get, the more we hate the ones who do. You're ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Cause honestly,
we're all afraid to speak the truth, and the more afraid we get, the more we hate the ones that do. That's That's like a power. That's a powerful line right there, man. I mean, you know, we're afraid to speak the truth, right? Because of the criticism we'll get from mass medias and the mass general public if something was to go viral. And you know, funny enough, I've seen like something, you know, like a video that kind of represents this, right? It was like this woman got recorded for like potentially being like a Karen, so to speak, right? And you know, as soon as like the phone came out, like she was just deathly afraid of being recorded. Like I don't know any context to before the recording happened, so I don't know, you know, the context to any of that, or you know, any truth to that or anything. But nonetheless, she was just like deathly afraid of being recorded and didn't want people, you know, just giving her hate mail and showing up at her house and, you know, just saying all these mean, hurtful, hateful things. And I think that's, you know, a little bit kind of what he's getting at. You know, the more afraid we get, the more we hate the ones who do. And I'm not saying like in that specific situation that I referenced that that's the case, but just that kind of idea that, you know, we're afraid to speak the truth because of the backlash we'll get from the general public.
Afraid we get, the more we hate the ones who do. You're ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Cause honestly, we are all ashamed of you too.
Y'all are so fake. Oh no, the forecast said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa, you can make us see it your way.
I really got the drip, yo.
Way. Gasoline and propane, more flames. Oh no, no more snowflakes.
We can all get along, but there's no stopping. Ay, everybody's wrong,
going?
it's a real problem. Ay, they don't want to hear it, but they still talking. Ay, soon enough, we running out of options. Ay,
Okay.
this ain't gonna end till it's in the coffin. Ay, we ain't gonna be friends till we try to squash it. Ay, I don't know how we can make amends or we drop it. Snowflakes melt when it's hot, kid.
Y'all are so fake. Oh no, the forecast
a little
said
corny
that
in my
there'd
opinion
be
the last line, but you know, that's okay.
Whoa, you can make us see it your way. No way. Gasoline
Yeah.
and pro.
I feel like Tom just didn't have to come with this level of drip to this music video, right? This man put on the overalls, right? But then he put on this bucket hat with these fucking fly ass shades, got the chains on. I mean, like, I just feel like he didn't need to bring this level of drip to this video. That's all.
See it your way. No way. Gasoline and propane. More flames. Oh no, no more snowflakes.
Noah with another great video. I'd also like to point out that the sign says Tom equals trash, you know, anti-Tom MacDonald sign, and then the set is kind of, you know, there's just a bunch of trash everywhere, you know, graffiti on this bench and just trash everywhere, broken down railroad or road cutoffs and stuff, roadblocks, and it's just kind of that idea that, you know, Tom MacDonald's trash, but you know, here he is rapping in the trash and proceeding to put out, you know, really good music that also has a meaning. Alright, so that was Tom MacDonald, Snowflakes. Overall, man, I thought the song was really, really good, man. Actually, one of my more favorite ones from him in recent times. Kind of reminded me a lot of a Fake Woke a little bit. And also like a little bit of People Are So Stupid. You know, just kind of going back to those Tom MacDonald roots, where again he's kind of talking about those controversial things and kind of going against the grain and going against the overall general opinion from most people, right? And you know, I really enjoyed the beat. I loved his flow, and again, you know, he's not afraid to say what he thinks, and you know, you got to give him respect for that. You know, even if you disagree with him, you got to respect that he's not afraid to say what he thinks, especially on such a big platform. You know, it can be a little bit of an intimidating thing to do. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to check out this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit that bell, and then we're dropping the next one. So I got for you guys for now. It's your boy Rock Soldier. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and even better tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys real soon. All right, guys. Peace.